Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name's Lizzie and today I have a sewing plans video for you. I finished my last sewing project about a week ago and I've just been feeling a little bit uninspired and not really sure exactly what I want to make next. I've seen some gorgeous fabrics being posted on Instagram by some of my favourite fabric shops like Fabric Godmother and the New Craft House, but I've resisted buying anything because I already have some lovely fabrics in my stash and I want to prioritise making a bit more space in my stash before I buy anything new. So this morning I actually sat down for a couple of hours and just kind of looked through all my stash, picked out some of the fabrics that were speaking to me or some of the fabrics I'm keen to get sewn up soon, and then I flipped through all my patterns and kind of had a bit of a brainstorming session. I also have one of those like saved collection folders on my Instagram and I save any images of other people's makes that really inspire me, and I've got loads in there, so I had a good scroll through there to try and get some inspiration, and I think I've come up with a pile of plans. Now these are not fixed plans. I'm not necessarily even going to make these my next makes. I'll definitely cut one of these out hopefully this afternoon, but if I end up changing things around I'm not going to kick myself about it. But I've got 4 pieces of fabric, I've paired them with 4 patterns, and I want to talk you through my thought process and what I'm hoping I might make. I've got all the fabrics kind of stacked up in a pile with the patterns in between. In fact, let me show you. Oh, it's quite heavy because there's a book in there. So I've stacked it all up neatly and I've got kind of the fabric and then the pattern on top. You'll have seen, you may have seen one of my previous videos where I talk about how I store my PDF patterns and the fact that I make these little like pattern cards for all of my PDF patterns with the details on the back, and that means that I actually just have one box where I've got all my paper patterns as well as all my PDF pattern cards that I've made. So I've got all my patterns like in one place and I can just flick through them, and that's really great for these little planning sessions like the one I had this morning. So I've got them all stacked up and I'm going to talk you through them. The first fabric I will show you is this one. Now you will recognise this if you've seen one of my recent sew and tell videos because I've already made something out of this fabric. This is a viscose fabric that I bought from Rainbow Fabrics. It was really well priced and it's really lovely and soft. What I really like about it is it's quite a heavy viscose. I think they definitely advertised it as 100% viscose, but it's not one of those really fine viscoses that creases really easily. It's got a lot more kind of weight and body to it, which I really like, but it's got really good drape still, of course, because it's viscose. And I made a Deer and Doe My Sotis out of this fabric rather, and I ended up with loads left over. I wasn't sure if I was going to make loads of tiers on my Sotis dress, so I kind of over-egged it with the fabric requirements. But that actually means that I've got a good, I think I've got more than 2 meters of this fabric left over, so plenty to play with. And I was thinking, okay, I've already got a leopard print dress. What else could I want in my wardrobe that would be leopard print? And I thought, how about a blouse? Now, in my head, I'm thinking, well, the pattern I've got is more of a shirt pattern, but I think the nature of this drapey fabric will make it feel a bit more like a blouse. And I'm imagining wearing it in the summer, like with jeans and a cami top, and maybe throwing this over as like an extra layer. Or maybe in the winter, like black boots, black jeans, black cami top with like a leopard print blouse worn open over the top. That's kind of what I've got in my head. And I've got the perfect pattern in my stash, and it is this. I'll put some images in case it's not very clear for you guys to see. But this is the V8772 pattern from Vogue, and it's got several different view options. I've made one of these before in some white tencel fabric. And I did the pussy bow version, and I did a bell sleeve hack on the sleeves to make big puffy billowy sleeves. This time, because I want to use it as more of a layering piece, and because this fabric is obviously quite busy being a full-on leopard print, I think I'll probably keep it simple and make view D, which is literally just a collared sort of blouse with, it's got darts down the front and back to give it a bit of shape, and I'll probably keep the sleeves fairly standard. It's just sort of straight sleeves with a cuff. So that's what I'm thinking I will probably make with the leftovers from this, and I think I might actually make this the next one on the list because, yeah, I'm feeling quite inspired by that one. The next thing on the pile is not actually a new make, it's actually a work in progress. It's the only sewing project I've ever just abandoned and not finished. And it is the Sew Over It Chloe coat. I bought the online class for this and I've almost finished it really. I don't think there's that many steps left, but I've been making it in this gorgeous wool fabric that I bought from Fabrics Galore. It was at one of the sewing shows. I bought it in November 2017 and I started making it quite soon after, I think in like the beginning of 2018. So this poor coat has been half finished, or like almost finished, for 3 years. And I just think it's high time that I finished it. I won't unfold it because it's going to be hard to show you because it's half finished anyway. But I think I basically need to put the zip in and kind of hem it and all that jazz. I don't think there's that much left to do, so I really ought to get on with it. And I actually gave myself an extra boost to try and inspire myself to finish this by putting on my Christmas list this year a wooden clapper. So I've now got a wooden clapper that I think will help me give it a really good press, try and get it looking really sharp. And who knows, if I get my act together I might be able to wear it this winter / at the beginning of spring, I'm sure. I mean, it's actually snowing right now, tiny little wispy bits of snow, but as I'm filming this it's snowing, so although spring's on the way, we're definitely going to have cold weather for a good while yet. So yeah, that's firmly on the list as well. The third fabric that I pulled out of my stash as one to prioritise is this fabric, and this is a really like thick, quite heavyweight, I think it's like a boucle sort of fabric, and I bought it from Classic Textiles on the Goldhawk Road about a year or so ago. A year ago? Maybe a bit longer than that actually. I think I maybe bought it at the end of 2019. And it's got little fleckles in it of blue and green and yellow and like a burnt orange. And this I've always had in mind to make some workwear. Now, we're obviously still in the middle of the global pandemic. I've been working from home for almost a year. Like, there's no chance I'm going back to the office anytime soon. But, you know, hopefully by the end of this year, we might start to see some sort of normality again and I might start going back to the office. And I think it's always better to plan ahead with makes, because then hopefully if I make this within the next few months, by the time I might need to wear some workwear again, I'll have it ready to wear. So what do I want to make with it? I want to make, I need to make my little pattern cards for the patterns in this book. That's on my to-do list. But this is the Breaking the Pattern book by Named, and I want to make the U2, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, the U2 pinafore dress. Now it looks like this. And I just love it. I think it's so nice. I've saved on my Instagram quite a few of other people's versions of this dress. And yeah, it's got like a V-neck and it's like a wrap over design. So one side folds over the front and it's got these double-breasted buttons that go down the front. It's sleeveless. And I think it will be such a great versatile work wardrobe piece, because I could wear the white pussy bow blouse that I mentioned that I made from the V8772 pattern underneath. I've got loads of Tilly and the Buttons Freya tops that I could wear underneath. This I think could be a brilliant kind of autumn winter workwear piece. So yeah, I want to get on and make that kind of before the end of this year rolls around, really. Make it hopefully within the first half of 2021. The last fabric that I pulled out of my stash was this one, and it's in this lovely blue colour, and this fabric is from Lamazi Fabrics and it's their Flow Blue Viscose Linen. It's a lovely, lovely viscose linen fabric. It's got a really nice weight to it, so it's not really lightweight and flimsy, but equally the viscose gives it a really lovely drape. And I'm just not sure what I want to make with it. I want to make it sooner rather than later because it's a really lovely quality fabric and it just deserves to be made into something. I think it might be the colour and the fabric type that are making me just a bit unsure. The colour is a gorgeous blue colour and I think it's definitely a colour that suits me quite well. But with it being like this colour of blue, I don't think I'd really wear it in the winter with black tights. So if I'm going to want to wear this, I'm trying to make garments that I can wear all year round, with obviously different layering options and different things worn with them. But I think the colour of this fabric for me is probably more of a summer, spring garment. But I'm just trying to think in my head, like, what could this be? I think the nature of the fabric means it probably won't be something smart that I could wear to work. So it's probably going to be more of a casual piece. Yeah, I just want to make sure I make something that I'm going to get maximum wear out of. So I need to think carefully, like, what do I want to be able to wear this colour with? Do I want to be able to wear this colour with blue jeans? Is this going to be purely like a summer dress or something that I would wear just with bare legs? But it's got to be really hot for me to wear bare legs. So, you know, I don't want to make something that I might not get much wear out of. So that's kind of my thought processes. I've got 2 meters of it, so I've got like plenty to play with. I couldn't make like a full tiered maxi dress or anything, but I could certainly make a lot of different types of dresses. I could make something with sleeves, like a shorter dress, like a, you know, to the knee sort of dress, maybe a midi dress. So here are my thoughts. I have been saving loads of thingies in my Instagram collection, loads of images of the Paper Cut Patterns Axis dress. The Paper Cut Patterns Axis dress is, I think, gorgeous, and I think it's perfect for a linen-y type fabric. So I think it could be a really good match with this viscose linen. As you can see, it's got like a square or kind of a straight neckline with little straps, and then the Axis dress has sort of almost it's not a proper pencil skirt, but like a pencilish shaped skirt with a slit up the centre front, and it can have some sort of ties that come across the waist to kind of give a bit of definition to the waist. I really, really like it. I don't think I would need to buy the pattern, because I think I've got patterns in my stash that I could kind of hack together. So I've got the Flora dress by Hand London, and I think the bodice is really, really similar to the neckline and the shape of the Axis dress, so I think I would just use the Flora bodice. And then for the skirt, I've already got the Sew Over It pencil skirt, and I think I could quite easily hack that to give it that centre split. And then if I wanted to, I could also draft some sort of waist tie. I do really like the idea of a waist tie, because my body shape, I don't necessarily have a really defined waist, so having something that ties around can be quite nice to give a proper visual of sort of where my waist is and where my narrowest point is. I think that dress would be gorgeous, but this is where my hesitation is. To me, that would be a summer dress. It wouldn't be a dress I would layer up in the winter. I just think the colour and the fabric, I don't know, I think some people do wear linen in winter, but I can't imagine myself wearing this colour like in that dress in the winter. So yeah, I'm just hesitating because I think it would be something I would probably only wear on very hot days or when I'm on holiday. And obviously we don't really know when holidays are going to be allowed again, so it seems a bit silly to make something to then sit in the wardrobe until I can finally go on like a little Italian long weekend or something. My other thoughts for this fabric are actually similar to the leopard print fabric. I think this could also be a really lovely blouse slash shirt, like more of a shirt, like a summer weight shirt that I could again use as a layering piece. You know, over jeans and a cami, or, you know, over denim shorts and a camisole or whatever. I think that could be really lovely. So again, I could do the same thing and as the leopard print fabric and use this pattern again, the V8772. But maybe I should see how I get on with the leopard print one before I make another one to check it's something I really would wear. I'm not sure. And then part of me thinks that to make this fabric the most versatile, I should probably make a top. Like a top that I could then wear with jeans or with, you know, summer skirts, to make it more of like something that I could wear in autumn and spring as well as in the summer. Like a top is definitely more versatile than a dress for me personally. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of tops I would want to make. I did think maybe I could hack the Deer and Doe Myosotis bodice to be kind of like a, it's obviously got the lovely blouse part, and then I could almost have the gathered, I could basically shorten the gathered skirt to turn it into like a sort of a peplum effect, but I'm not too sure. I did also think actually that the By Hand London Hannah dress, or the top version of the By Hand London Hannah dress, could be gorgeous in this fabric, but I don't own that pattern, and I've never I've not had success in the past with wrap shapes on myself. I think it's probably just fit issues, and if I took the time to fit the By Hand London Hannah dress bodice on me, I think it could be really nice. So yeah, let me know, what do you think? If you had if you had a fabric that to you was a really summery colour in a summery fabric, but you wanted to make a top that you could wear with lots of different things, do you have any pattern ideas? Let me know. But those are my thoughts, and I'm going to get sewing hopefully this afternoon. So there you have it. Those are the 4 fabrics that I've pulled out of my fabric stash to make a few plans for. I'm hoping that I will be busy sewing these over the next few months. I'll obviously show you them when they're finished. Do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you would like to see more of my videos. You can also see more of my makes over on my Instagram. I'll put my handle in the link below, but I often get round to posting things on Instagram a bit quicker than they filter through onto my YouTube channel. So if you want to see some of my makes kind of ahead of time, sneak peeks before I talk about them in detail, then it's a good idea to follow me on Instagram. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you've got any other pattern suggestions for me. And I'll see you next time. Bye!